Coming to the today's lecture. So today's lecture of the project management and finance. The same course we are continuing with the some. Today we are going to cover with the some points as mentioned here. The functions of personal management, principle of good personal policy, introduction to finance management. This and also we will cover the types of capitals. So these points we are going to cover it today. Okay, and so just before going to start with this, I will go through some points with contents which covered in the last lecture. Okay, in the last lecture, we seen that the points of types of the budgets in budgetary control. So in which we seen the different types of budgets as like operating budget, capital budget, cash budget, sales budget, and production budget. Hmm? And we introduced the third unit here in the in the last lecture. So that having the covered contents are nothing but introduction to personal management, concept of personal management, and aims of personal management. Okay, so this many points have already covered in the last lecture. Hmm. So now today we start with the functions of personal management. Ah. Now first, what is the function of what are the functions of the personal management? So start with the definition. So, what is mean of the personal management? Personal management is nothing but the involvement of the human resources to achieve the organization goals. So, as this already we have discussed in the last lecture in the details. So, let's come to the what are the functions of the personal management that I have enlisted some functions here. The first is recruitment and selection. Second, as we seen in the last lectures, the same here continuing the as we discussed about the recruitment process, providing the training and development to the employees. So same the same things that are nothing but the functions of the personal management. Now, as second function is nothing but training and development. So is to provide the training and training and develop training to the employees uh, to to uh, for the development of their skills. And third is performance appraisal. Fourth, employee relations. Fifth, compensations and benefits. And sixth is employee welfare. Now let's see one by one here. So first function, as we discussed, recruitment and selection. Obvious, the as personal management has the involvement of the HR, human resources. So the main role of it nothing but to get the recruitment and the employabilities. So now here, the obvious have to do the recruitment process has to do the job analysis. Hmm. And this involves the identifying the job requirements, sourcing candidates, and the conducting the interviews and selecting the best talents. So this is the role or the process for the recruitment and the selection. So here, obvious that the tools can be utilized, the psychometric test, uh, interviews. uh, so also need to track the applicants. So as here you can say the take the case study. For example, the Google. Google uses a rigorous recruitment process. They have the rigorous recruitment process that includes the multiple rounds of the interviews and the psychometric test. Uh, and to ensure to ensure that they're higher top talent. Hmm. So as you know also that you are going to appearing for the interviews, so that they have the some processes. They are going to enlist the students and sorting the student as per their criterias. Then they are going to conduct the some psychometric test Based on the test, again they're going to sort it, and they're enlisting the eligible students for the interviews. So that process can be done under the personal management, which involves the human resources. So that can be that is that process is very precisely conducting by the Google. Mm. So now second function is nothing but training and development. So obvious that we are expecting here as an industrialist, the employers who are working in your industries, that they should have the skilled persons. So to get the skills, to get up to the knowledgeable. So we have to very important role of the personal management is need to provide the training for their developments. So obviously the training program helps the employees to enhance their skills and knowledge. So what is the importance? Obvious that the, there are different types of the trainings. So on the job training, off the job training, e-learning, these are the training types of trainings. And importance of that, obvious nothing but to get to improve the skill of the employees, productivity and job satisfaction. So here I have taken the case study of the Amazon. So Amazon offers the extensive training programs, so including on-job training and e-learning, to ensure it's the workforce is skilled and productive. Next is next function is nothing but performance appraisal. See, obvious that in the performance appraisal, the assessment is going on. Performance assessment of the employee is going to done. So in which the management can get to know that at what level of skill that particular employee have it, uh, and what should be the next step that need to take it, hmm, over their performance. So that can be identified through the performance appraisal. So there are different methods of performance appraisal. So one of that you can say the 360-degree feedback. Huh. Key performance indicator. Sometimes some key performance you have to define it. So based on the performance indicator, we can go for the performance appraisal. Management by objectives. So these are the methods for the performance appraisal. So obvious the regular performance evaluations helps the identify employee strengths, and area for the improvement. Hmm. So based on the performance appraisal, uh, or you can say the what is the importance of it. Importance of is nothing but the identifies the strength. We need to get the what is the strength of the employee, what is the lacunas in the employees, what skills required. So that can be identified through the performance appraisal. So that's why here importance of the performance appraisal mentioned is that identifies the strength, areas for the improvement and career growth opportunities. Hmm. So for this, one of the example I have taken here is for the Microsoft. So obvious, Microsoft uses the 360-degree feedback systems to evaluate the employee performance and provide the constructive feedback. As you are working in the industry as an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur, as you are doing the internship, so obvious, who are the supervisors? They are getting the your feedback from the other employees, or from the work performance or your skills. Based on the skills, they're going to provide you the next things. So as like this is performance appraisal can be done through the 360-degree feedback or performance indicators. Hmm. So next is employee relation. Hmm. So obvious, this is very important, or you can say key function of the personal management, in which you have to maintain the healthy environment in the industry. For that, you need to maintain the positive relation with the employees. So that is very important. So here mention what. Here you can say the maintaining the healthy relationship between the management and employees is a crucial for the positive work environment. So that is this is very importance of maintain a positive work environment and resolves the conflicts. So what are the tools for maintaining the employee relation? So obvious that the first tool is that employee service. Hmm. And second tool is that redressal systems. Hmm. So here I have taken the one example as a case study. You can say that of Toyota. So obvious Toyota focusing on the effective communication and the conflict relation resolutions to maintain the harmony its workforce. Hmm. So next function is that compensation and benefits. Hmm. In the compensation of benefit it is in the sense of that uh, fair and competitive compensation packages attracts and retain the talents obvious. The retentions are main thing in the industry. So if you are maintaining the number of employees for the long period of time, that is retaining. Then you have to provide some compensation in terms of you can say salary, in terms of you can say bonus, health insurance, retirement plans. So that you have to offer to the employees. So that benefits can help you that to retain the employees for a long period of time. Mm. So this is one kind of function of compensation and the benefit. Sometimes also some industries are offering the you can say the additional pay for additional work period. If suppose your office time is from the 8 p.m. to evening 6 p.m. and you are working still after the 6 p.m. So for that particular period of hours, in terms of money, they are going to pay you. So that is one kind of the compensation are offering by the industries. So that can helps to maintaining the relation between the management and the employees. Also, it helps to what you can say the maintaining the healthy environments. Hmm? Eh, so next is that next function is employee welfare. So employee welfare in the sense of it is the policies for the health, you can say health insurance. Uh, so that should work very if that whole system should be work very efficiently. So that's why the employee welfare is playing a very vital role here. So you can say the policies that promote the employees well-being such as health insurance or the safety programs, health programs are essential for the reducing the absenteeism and improve the productivity. So that employee welfare has the importance of what they ensure the employee well-being and reduces the absenteeism. So here you can take the case study of the here what SAS Institute's employee welfare. So SAS employees institutes institute SAS Institute is one of the institute is known for the employee welfare programs. So including on-site healthcare and the work-life balance initiatives. So I can say these are nothing but the functions of the personal management. So as just I'm going to summarize what are the functions: recruitment and selection. Second is training and development. Third is performance appraisal. Fourth, employee relations. Fifth, compensation and benefit. And sixth is the employee welfare. So these are the functions of the personal management. So by which through these functions obvious that the as a part of the management the it is going to achieve the organization goals. So as we see in the first unit regarding the organizing, staffing, so all these functions of the management are come under the personal management also. Hmm. So next coming to the next point, that is principles of good personal policy. Let's start with the definition. What is the good personal policy? Obvious, good personal policy ensures the fair and effective management of employees. So let explore the principle of a good personal policy in more details. So this principle ensures obvious that, as I told that here now. So these principles ensure that the employees are managed fairly and effectively, leading to the higher productivity and job satisfaction. Hmm. So what are the key points of this policy? As you can say, the principles. So first, I have mentioned here that fairness and equity. So it is means that all employees should be treated equally without discrimination. Hmm. So there should not work your relations, friendships. So that is known as the fairness and equity. Hmm. So all employees should be treated equally without any discriminations. Hmm. So for example, Starbucks. Starbucks, one of the industry who promotes the equity by ensuring the equal pay for equal work and unbiased performance evaluations. Next principle is transparency. uh, Transparency. So there should be the clear communication of the policies and their decisions, build which builds the trust among the employees. Hmm. So that's why obvious that motto behind the transparency means the policy what going to define it, that should be the very transparent among the all employees to build the trust. Obvious. Huh. So you can take here the example as like buffer transparent salary policy. So buffer so it is a social media company, is known as for its transparent salary policy, where all employees' salaried are openly shared. So this transparency should be among should be there among the employees. Uh, Next principle is that employee involvement, encouraging the employees to participate in decision making, that increases the engagement and ownership. Hmm. So what is the importance of the employee involvement? That is nothing but to encourage the students, employees to participate in decision making, and also which increasing the engagement. Hmm. So for example, you can say the suggestion boxes. Hmm. As you know better that every industry or the organization having their own suggestion boxes. They're keeping the suggestion boxes in which they any suggestion you can put it. The team meetings, employee councils. So these are the examples of the employee involvement. For example, here as a case study, Zappos employee involvement. So Zappo involves the employees in decision making through team meeting and the employee councils. Mm. And next principle is a consistency. So here you can say that the policies and the rules should be applied uniformly across the organization. Mm. So there should not be any discrepancies. Mm. So for that, you can take an example of that standardized performance appraisal systems that should be common for all. Mm. This regulation should be applied all the employees who are working in the organization. And also uniform disciplinary action. So uniform disciplinary action should be there. Mm. There should not be any biasing. So that consistency. Yeah. has playing very important role in the principle of the good personal policy. Hmm. So you can take here the case study of IBM. IBM maintains the consistency in employee management by using standardized performance appraisal system and uniform disciplinary actions. Okay, here consistency, the consistency is playing very important role for so that you have to ensure that the all regular rules and the regulations should be uniform across the organization for working the employees in the same organization. So for example, you can take it as a standardized performance appraisal systems and the uniform disciplinary actions. So as I said here that the discipline action should be the uniform to over the all the employees. Huh. So you can take here the case study of IBM. So IBM maintains the consistency in employee management and by using the performance appraisal systems and also as well as the disciplinary actions. Hmm. So next, coming to the principles of the next principle of the good personal policy, that is nothing but employee development. So obvious the as we seen the personal policy personal management functions, that one of the personal management function is to provide the training for the development of the employees in terms of skills and knowledge. So here the one of the principle in line of that, the principle mentioned that the employee development. So I can say here that providing the opportunities for the skill enhancement and the career growth is essential for the employee retention. So, for example, you can take it as the training program, offering the training programs, mentorship, and leadership development. So these are the examples of the employee development. Huh? So next, you can take an example of that Google's. So Google offers the extensive training programs and leadership development opportunities to foster the employees' growth. Mm. So next principle is that work-life balance. So here, promoting a healthy work-life balance, which reduces the burnout and improves the employee well-being. So that's why this is one of the principle of good personal policy. So you can take an example of that flexible work hours, mm, remote work options, and paid time off. So these are nothing but some examples of the work-life balances. Mm. So obvious, the function of the personal management is nothing but to maintaining the healthy environment. To maintain the healthy environment, the one of the principles should be followed, that is nothing but work life balance. So for that, industry has their have their provide the some facilities in which they have to give the some flexibility in the work hours, obvious that. And they some of the industry also offering the remote work option. Huh. Or sometimes they are offering the, you can say, hybrid work mode, in which the 15 days the employees are work from home, and remaining 15 days of the month they are working in the industry or in office. So such kind of the facility should be provided by the industry. That is one kind of the principle which is called as work life balance. Hmm. So you can take here the example, Deloitte is the industry, is one of the industry who support the work life balance through flexible work hour, and they are providing the hybrid work mode also. So these are nothing but the principles of good personal policy. Let just we'll take a overview of it. What are the principles? First is the fairness and equity. Fairness equity means there should be the all employees should be treated equality without any discrepancies. Hmm? So then we should not work with the work as a friends and any relationships. So there should be one fairness and equity. Hmm. So next is the transparency. Second, transparency in the sense that there should be the clear communication among the employees regarding their policies and the decision which can build this trust among the employees. Hmm. So as like I had told you that one of the example that transparent buffers has a transparent salary policy. They have opened the salary policies to all employees. Mm. Next is employee involvement. So employee involvement in terms of that having the suggestions, team meetings, and employee councils. And through this, the employees can be make get engagement and participative and decision making. Next is consistency. Consistency in the sense the policy and the rules should be applied uniformly across the organization. So that you have to maintain it. huh, That is consistency. So it can be possible through the standardized performance appraisal systems and uniform disciplinary action. Next principle is of employee development. Obvious the as a function of the personal management, the industry should provide the training to the employees so to enhance their skills, and they should get the opportunity for enhancing the enhancement of the skills and for the career growth. So that employee development can be done through the training programs, mentorship, and leadership development. And the last, work life balance. So to make the healthy environment of the working healthy environment, so you have to make follow the very important principle, that is work life balance. So industries should offer the flexibility in the working hours. Also may they can offer the remote work or hybrid options. As I told that the Deloittes are offering the hybrid mode option, in which the employees can work for some days of the month or 15 days you can let. For example, if they are working 15 days in work from home, then remain 15 days of the month they can work from office only. Hmm. So these are the principles of good personal policy. Let's coming to the introduction to financial management. So this is a starting of the. We are going to start with the fourth unit. We have completed unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. Now fourth unit is nothing but financial management. Let's start this unit number 4 with the introduction to financial management. Hmm. Now financial management, obviously, this involves the planning, organizing, and controlling the financial resources to achieve the organization goals. Hmm. They have mentioned some key areas of the financial management. The first is capital management. Second, uh, investment decisions. And third is financial planning and analysis. See, financial management as personal management are involving in the in or you can say personal management is a part of the management, as also very important management part of the management is nothing but the financial management. So here the management are dealing related with the financial. You can, as we see in the capital types of the capitals, we are going to see in the in coming lectures also. So here the main areas of the financial management are nothing but the capital management, investment decision, financial planning and analysis. Now I have taken here the one of the example for the financial management. You can take the example of the Apple. So Apple is known for their effective financial management. The company carefully manages its the capital and make the strategy investment decisions, and also conducts through the financial planning to maintain its position as one of the most profitable companies in the world. So coming to the main point of the fourth unit, that is nothing but types of capital. So obvious, this is for the financial management. We should know that what are the types of the capitals. So capitals refers to the financial resources used to a fund a business. Obvious that what are the types of the capital? Just I enlist. I will tell you that what are the types. The first is the equity capital. Second is debt capital. Third, working capital. Fourth, venture capital. Okay, venture capital. And next is retained earning. Sixth, angel investment. And seventh is the mezzanine capital. So let's see one by one. The first is equity capital. So what is mean by the equity capital? Equity capital is nothing but the funds raised by the issuing the shares to investors. So this is nothing but equity capital. So what is the advantage of it? So obvious there is no obligation to repay the funds, and there is no interest is paid. So this is nothing but the equity capital. So what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage of the equity capital is nothing but issuing the shares dilutes ownership, and profits are shared within the shareholders. Hmm. So they should not be take the benefit of it by any one of it. So the profits are shareable and shared within the shareholders. Hmm. So, for example, you can take it as a Tesla. Tesla has raised the significant equity capital by issuing the shares to investors and allowing the company to fund its growth and innovations. Next is debt capital. What is the debt capital? Debt capital is a fund that can raise through the loans and the bonds. So what is the advantage of it? Advantage of it is nothing but the company retains the full ownership, and interest payment are tax deductible. Mm. And what is the disadvantage? There is an obligation to repay the principal and interest, which can strain the cash flow. For example, you can take it as a case study of the Apple here. So Apple has used debt capital that by issuing the bonds to raise the funds for its operations and share the buybacks. So next is the working capital. See, this is nothing but the fund, and this is the fund used for day-to-day operations, as they calculated as the current assets, mm, the current liabilities. So this is very important part of the types of the capital. So what is the importance of it? It ensures the smooth operation and helps meet the short-term obligations. As you can say, we required the raw material, so maybe accept the raw material, the things may required for day-to-day and day-to-day working of the industries. So they may want to purchase something as per the day-to-day operations. So that funds can be raised. That raised fund is called it as working capital. Mm. So you can take here the examples of the Walmart. Walmart effectively manages its working capital to ensure it can meet its operational needs, and they maintain the liquidity. Mm. So next is venture capital. So what is the venture capital? Venture capital, this is the funds provided by the investors for startups and high growth companies. Hmm. So what is the advantage of it? That is nothing but to startup gain access to expertise and mentorship with no repayment obligations. Mm. But they have the, as this have the also disadvantage. So that is nothing but the investors often require a significant equity stake and have high expectations for growth. So for example, Uber raised the billions of the dollars from the venture capitals to fund its rapid expansion. Hmm. So next is retained earning. So what is the retained earning? Retained earning is nothing but there are the profits reinvested in the business instead of being distributed as a dividend. So what is the advantage of it? There is no cost of the capital and ownership is not diluted. So also having the some disadvantage. So the amount is limited to available profits, and there's an opportunity cost of the not distributing the dividends. For example, you can take here the example of the Amazon. Amazon reinvests a significant portion of its profit into the new projects and innovations and driving its long-term growth. Next is call it as angel investment. So this is the fund provided by the individual investors, and that investors are called it as angels. Uh, So fund provided by the individual investors or startup for the startups. Hmm. So this is called it as angel investment. So what is the advantage of it? The angel investors often provide the flexible terms and valuable mentorship. Also having the disadvantage, so that the advantages of the funding amount is usually limited and startup may lose the equity. Hmm. For example, you can say Facebook receives the early funding from angel investors like Peter Thiel, which help the company grow in its initial stages. Hmm. Next is this is the last one, last type of capital, that is nothing but mezzanine capital. That is it is nothing but the this is a hybrid of debt and equity financing, or you can say debt and equity capital, often used for the expansion. So what is the what are the advantage and disadvantage? It has the advantages of it offers the flexible repayment term and less dilution than equity financing. And disadvantages of that, it comes with the higher interest and may concern to the convert to its equity if not repaid. So these are nothing but the types of capitals. So just I will once again I will just tell you what are the types of the capitals. First is equity capital, second debt capital, third working capital, fourth venture capital, fifth return earning, and sixth angel investment, and seventh mezzanine capital. So these are the types of capitals. Thank you for attending the lecture. Anyone have any doubt, you can ask.